let this breathe.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you the gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Every single day, y'all. Every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. And since you are rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. We are talking about Jada Seville. Jada Seville recently named South Carolina in her top 11. Top 11. And I know it's a lot. It's a long time. It's a long time before this young queen actually trims it down to 6 or 5 or 3 or name someone. But she showed out this summer. She showed out. She is the epitome of working hard. Working hard at an exposure event and cashing in. She got multiple scholarship offers this summer. She rose from out of the top 60 in the top 100 rising basketball players in the class of 2025 to number 40 this summer. She's on everybody's radar now. So many. If you get offered a scholarship from the University of South Carolina, she got offered July the 18th. If you get offered a scholarship from the University of South Carolina after showing out at an exposure event, you did something. You showed that you belong with some of the greatest. And at the end, she was named first team. Wonderful for her. And she was basically offered after Jazzy Davidson decided to trim her list and not include the University of South Carolina, the three-time national champions. And it's fine. But I believe this young lady in Jaida Civil is at the tip of the iceberg. She just scratched the surface of what she can actually be. I really believe that. I really believe that this summer, because you always have some sleepers, quote unquote sleepers. And sleepers are, you arrive at something, you arrive at a tournament, you arrive at exposure camp, you arrive at an event, and you are the person that everybody is talking about. You are the one, like, oh, you got the sleeper events when you're showing up and you got the people, you got the scouts, you got the coaches, you got the assistant coaches, you got all these different people who came to see somebody else, but you start to pop. You start to show up and show out. You gotta look like, who is that? You gotta look at the roster, like, oh, do we miss this? Like, what's going on? That was Jada Seville this summer. That was her. 6 foot wing from Vero Beach, Florida. 6 foot wing. Sounds like a good size to me. And going to a senior year and her junior year, she averaged 14.7 rebounds, 5 assists. Solid numbers. I expect this young lady to have an amazing senior year. Because now you're on the radar. Now the door is open. Now you have multiple scholarship offers in there. And now you can I'm not gonna say you can rest something, but now your future is secure. Your future is secure. Division I offers on top of Division I offers. And won by the elite South Carolina that actually has a need for a wing player. Carolina's got a need. We constantly talk about, Bree Hall leaving after the season. We talk about Powell leaving, but what's not mentioned at all? Sania Ja. Sania Ja is now with Arizona. Sania Ja was a 4-star recruit, ranked in the top 40s, who was a wing. We have a quote unquote need, not necessarily, not to replace Bree Hall, no, because that's not going to happen. Bree Hall, two-time champion, senior. We're not going to replace a player like Bree Hall right now. Only way that can be done if you go to the transfer portal and get somebody with equal or greater talent. But a player like Jada Seville will replace a player with the potential that Sania Feagin had. Make no mistake about it. Sania Feagin was and is a baller. It just didn't work at the University of South Carolina. Now, there's going to be ample opportunity and ample prospects or ample schools that want the services. The top 11 in South Carolina, Miami, Florida State. Of course, you're going to have the Florida schools in there. Miami, Florida State, University of Central Florida. All those, because she's a Florida girl. So they got to be in there. It just makes sense. But you got Ole Miss. You got Alabama. You got North Carolina. You got Tennessee, Mississippi State, and Cincinnati. You got a mixture of Florida schools, which are mostly ACC schools. You got some SEC schools, but let's keep it real. South Carolina is the only on this list that we are talking about for this young lady. South Carolina is the only champion, and it ain't close. It's South Carolina and everybody else in this top 11. Obviously, being a Florida girl, Miami's cool. Florida is cool. Florida State is cool. That's cool. Central Florida, that's cool. But South Carolina ain't too far from Florida. Family and friends can make that trip to see this young queen play. That's doable. Ole Miss, I do like Ole Miss. I love that coach. I love that coach, but Ole Miss is not South Carolina. They still got a long way to go for that. They do. North Carolina, up and coming. Tennessee, is doing what they're doing. But on the outside looking in, I'm just like, okay. Should be an easy decision. Should be an easy decision for me. Should be an easy decision for the family. South Carolina. A talent like a Jada Seville joining the squad like South Carolina next season with room to get better, with room to grow, would be amazing. Because this young lady, she's a slasher. She's a finisher. An elite athlete. Elite. Can finish at the basket. Nice mid-range. Has a three-point shot. Can defend. Long. I like her aggressiveness. I do. I like her aggressiveness to the basket. I do. She can finish with both hands. She has a really nice crossover. I think she's special. I think when it's all said and done, she'll be a top 20 pick. I think that is the potential for this young lady. And not saying that any type of bias or anything like that, but when you start getting real deal power level teams from power level conferences, ESPN takes notice, and within its sport, sometimes the rankings change according to what offers you receive. She got an offer from South Carolina. That changes the narrative in every shape and form for her. It does. 2025 recruiting, quote unquote, is starting slow, I would say, for South Carolina. Now, last season, we didn't have our first commit to after the inaugural elite, which is going down this year in Brooklyn. And that was Maddy McDaniel, who was the first one to actually commit to South Carolina. Then we had, more later. But when I say that we are starting slow, I'm talking specifically about some of the other top talents are committing sooner than they were last year. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And when you go to just looking at the class of 2025, you have players that are already, putting their name on the dotted line. You already do. You have Sienna Betts, who committed quite a while ago. She's the number 2 ranked player in the class. And you have Aaliyah Crump, who is a straight-up baller from Minnesota, who actually committed to Texas. Texas got something special going on. They have something special. And Aaliyah Crump is legit. She's legit. Devon Burge is not committed yet. She's not committed yet, and we still got a shot. They got Maker, who is not committed yet, 6'1" wing out of Canada. Hasn't committed yet, but we have a shot with her too. Zakia Johnson from Kentucky. We have a shot, but I believe she's going to stay in the state of Kentucky. I do. Out of the top 10, Grace Knox and Emily Skinner, Haley Swain committed to Stanford, Dariana D. Alexander committed to Cincinnati. Now there's something to watch. Because Jada Seville has Cincinnati in her mix too, in her top 11. So if there's a possibility, there's a chance that Cincinnati could get D. Alexander and Jada Seville. That's great for Cincinnati. That's great. Leah Macy committed to Notre Dame. Mia Pardo committed to Tennessee, along with her twin sister. Both committed to Tennessee. Nyla Brooks and Denia Prawl has not committed yet. South Carolina still in the mix with Denia Prawl, 6'1" wing, also from Florida. Those are the top 15. The narrative can change in an instant with South Carolina. It can change with the instant. It really can. It could change, and we wake up and we say, okay, Carolina's in the top 3 for these schools. Okay. Or we can see that little birdie flying to the nets that always catches us off guard. Okay. Let's be patient. Let's wait. August just rolled in. Tomorrow. We might talk about the actual elite talent that's going to be at the Under Armour Elite 24 in Brooklyn for classes 25, 26, and 27, and what talents who might commit to the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. It'd be dope if one of those players actually commit on site. It'd be amazing. But make no mistake about it, South Carolina's going to be in the mix for all these recruits. We'll be in the mix. And this concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Making sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you follow and tell a friend about Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. You're now rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.